What's up, Inkie peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and today I have a little guest along with me.
Hi.
It's Inkie Beard joining in.
Hello.
I thought it was appropriate to get him to join in on this voiceover because most of the pages are his side of the family for Christmas, and I just thought it'd be nice to hear.
I have so many peeps.
You do have so many peeps. I thought it'd be nice to hear his side of Christmas traditions and that sort of thing. So we're catching up on multiple pages of Christmas today, and oh boy, Christmas is just and
it's a busy time for us.
it is a busy time. I feel like the week of Christmas, even though I don't do December Daily per se, it's basically a December Daily album, just having that week in one album usually. But this year we did... No, sorry, this is last year, of course, because Christmas hasn't happened yet, Adele. Last year we did breakfast, lunch and dinner at separate houses, and I knew that I was going to take a million photos. What's new? You guys know how I roll.
It wouldn't be Christmas without photos.
And it wouldn't be just me being alive without taking way too many
Plus,
photos.
Arch is hella cute.
He is.
So,
he is.
you know, there's just... pictures will ensue.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, just a question.
Loofs.
Yeah, what's with all the Fs?
So when...
Okay. I see what you're doing there.
Okay. I really like this alpha set. It's from Flutterbar Designs because it's easy to manipulate.
Yes.
And we all know there's never enough letters in any alpha set ever.
Never enough of vowels, I'm guessing.
Never.
Yeah.
And so I like to change the Fs into Es.
Nice.
Yes. So this is a shot of Aaron and his bros. They played a little bit of basketball after Christmas breakfast.
Arch loves to play basketball.
He does.
In my mum's backyard, they have a basketball hoop. Henry is what?
Is he 6'4"?
6'4", something like that. So
Yeah.
it's like way up high.
It's
And
definitely not Archie height.
no, and he tries really well, but he just loves playing basketball out there.
Yeah, he really does. So it's nice for them to have a bit of a play, work off breakfast, and get ready for the next
Yes.
Christmas meal. But I'd love to know what you all do to celebrate, if you do celebrate Christmas or if you celebrate other festivities towards the end of the year, like
Yeah.
Hanukkah is around that time of year, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
And there's another one that I'm not sure of the name of it, but there's a few celebrations towards
Yes.
the end of the year. Let
It's
me know
the
what you
festive
do.
season.
It is very
Around
festive.
Well, it's our summer equinox. It's the winter solstice.
Oh, we're getting technical now.
Yeah, well,
I
that's what it's
just-
based on.
I just know it's freaking hot.
Yeah, it's always so hot here.
It is.
I dream of a white Christmas just because it is
Gosh, that'd be
always
nice.
so hot in Australia
It would
on
be so
Christmas
lovely.
Day.
But see, I think if you and I had to experience, if it was like I was going to say a wet Christmas, a cold, snowy Christmas here, we wouldn't want to leave the house.
No, see, we
That's
would
my
just
problem.
want to, snuggle in front
In
of a fire
blankets
and
and- Eat cheese and just be merry. And just play with all of Archie's Christmas toys all
yeah,
day.
exactly.
So there's the first page done. That card on the right was actually one that we made together here on Patreon ages ago, where I made I think it was actually from maybe the start of the year or end of last year, where I made some journaling cards out of scrapbook paper. So
Oh, that's
if you'd
cool.
like another video like that, it was really fun to do. And gosh, they've helped, especially with couch scrapping, just to grab the journaling card and have already some embellishments down, some labels, some
Basically,
sort of
all you do is add the
journal prompt.
journaling.
Yep.
Yeah, love
And
it.
it's good to go, but it looks like you've spent a lot of time doing it.
Well, you have once upon a
Just
time.
not then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just not immediately for that. Yeah, that's such a great idea, like pre-prepping cards. I like it.
Yes, I think I might have to do that to catch up on this year, because who knows when it's going to get caught up on.
Several months they've been a time.
They have. But that's okay. We'll get there eventually, peeps. I might even make a mini series next year about catching up. I still have to finish couch scrapping too. This
Thank goodness for couch scrapping though, because otherwise you would be.
I'd be still on 2018.
Yeah, you would be so far behind.
Yeah, which is okay. Like, it's okay to be behind, but it stresses me.
And also the way that you scrap, you'll just get further and further, and like you will never catch up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My goal is, and I'm going to tell it to you now, peeps, so you can kind of hold me accountable.
Here we go.
My goal is, as long as everything is okay with Bub, to have 2019 done by the end of June. That's my goal.
Oh, end of June. Sorry, I heard January. I don't know why.
Geez, Louise, no.
Just, calm the farm.
No, by the end of January, I'd just like to be back to, regularly bathing every day and washing my hair and maintaining functioning in the world with functioning with a newborn. No, end of June.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that's achievable.
Yeah, I have a Scrappy Girls weekend booked in.
You do, yes.
Yeah, a couple of the Scrappy Girls are over here on Patreon. So that's set for February. It'll be my first mummy outing.
Nice.
So I'm going to really knock that project life hard that weekend and just try
and in some work.
Bust out as many layouts as I can. While I've been nattering on about all sorts of things, I'm trying to... The problem that I have sometimes with the Christmas photos is that they're so busy. Like, they're bright, they're...
Yeah, it's hard to have a spot for embellishments and journaling. Yeah.
And it's also sometimes hard to colour coordinate because... Yes. Especially with kids, there's toys that are colourful and...
Yeah, you got outfits in the tree and decorations.
Wrapping paper and things are everywhere. So I was... When we dressed Archie this day...
That little dude.
When we dressed Archie this day, he was very blue and red. And that was good in a way because it... did you... I think you had a red shirt on. I think you might have. And I had red as a bold colour, and then I was able to work the blue in a little bit as well. But I do find it tricky sometimes to figure out exactly how to deal with Christmas photos. Does anyone else feel the same way? It's just, they are definitely the busiest of the year for...
It's the most wonderful time.
The most busiest time of the year. This card I have been holding on to for...
It is a really cool
card.
card.
Years.
Years? Mm-hmm. Goodness gracious.
It came in a Studio Calico kit. Years, I think. And I don't know if it's a case of I'm not a morning person and I don't often take many morning photos to match the sentiment.
Oh, but surely we've had plenty a morning photo of like a breakfast when we've gone out to catch up with people.
But I think often I don't have a spot for a 4x6 card.
Oh, fair enough. And you're probably like putting a photo in that spot rather than a giant card. Yeah.
So I was really glad that I could finally use Christmas morning.
Whereas this is a lot more photo heavy and you just kind of want one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did try to separate when I was working out which photos to put in the page protector where. I separated it into the different times of the day. So I did all of the breakfast shots together, and then I started a new page protector for lunch and then a new page protector for dinner, just so that in my eyes it separates it all out.
Well, because otherwise you could be doing 5 pages for just breakfast alone, or just not even at breakfast, just opening up presents.
Yeah. So there is this page all done. Thank you. It was also...
You did do well there to match like all the colours and just like kind of...
I must admit this page coordinates quite well.
It does.
But it's not always this case. Not at all. And if it ever gets a little bit too crazy, I just convert them to black and white, and it makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Oh, I'm back again. I don't know why I waved in between everyone, because I purposely filmed this as a bulk catching up on Project Life video. I think it's just habit that I'm just used to. Thumbs up the video.
As soon as the page done.
Yeah, it's just out of habit. And as you can see, I didn't record this in summer because I'm wearing a jumper, and it's not currently jumper weather right now. So then we're moving on to our lunch. And I'm going through some of those, just a little collection of journaling cards. I keep them all in here. I have since gone through, I think I've used most of these cards up, and I did have to replace them. I did a big order from Citrus Twist recently. I don't think that haul is up yet because it's for YouTube, but I have filmed a haul, and that will go up probably this month sometime as an extra YouTube video. But I really love their journaling cards, and they're good for restocking the stash. But I think I might do another DIY journaling card. Let me know if there's a specific theme you'd like for that, or a colour scheme. Not green, peeps.
Well, I was
Be
going to say
kind.
you're using green here.
I am, but that's because it's Christmas. And we're done with Christmas after Christmas. But no, let me know if there's a particular theme, or if you just prefer like an everyday type theme, like, you know, food and going places.
Oh,
and
yeah, that'd be cool. Or
whatnot.
like even like a seasonal one, like not Christmas specifically, but more like
summer or
summer or fall or whatever we're coming into.
Yeah, that sounds good. So then this was this card, the brown wooden one. I think it was part of a cut apart. Could have been Kaiser Craft maybe, and it's just been sitting around there for a long time. And I feel like sometimes journaling cards, they get to a point where you just, you know, you're not going to use them as their intended purpose. So it's nice to chop them up and use them as an embellishment, more so as a fixed whole journaling card, and you can kind of Frankenstein them a little bit.
Especially when they've got a quote like that.
Yes.
Like that, it's clear that you can cut
Just
out
get
that
out that
section.
bit, yeah.
Or like, I guess with that one, you could have also used it as like a what do you call it? Is it a mat? Where you, it's like
Yes.
the very background.
Yeah. And covered the
frame.
quote.
Yeah.
So this next one, just a little label of Archie attempting to, quotations, help Popo undo his presents. It's
going to be so weird this year.
It's going to be very weird.
Because we'll have the new Barb, and Archie will be in Big Brother mode, but also like
It's going to be interesting sharing presents.
It'll be new and yeah.
Any tips and tricks for sibling Christmas things to survive the day? Let me know. I always try and capture a picture of the table and how it's set up, so not just what's on my plate, because I'll be honest with you, I eat weird and I don't eat a lot.
Potatoes.
And I always try to capture just like the whole tablescape, because I think that's really nice to have. And, you know, over the years it does change, and you can add seats to the table, or sometimes seats taken away, and it's just really nice to capture everybody's plates all together.
Yeah.
And also it's nice to capture the food and not stress people out by trying to just take photos of them shoveling food in their mouth. Just the tabletop.
Action shots, we call those in the biz.
Yes. Nobody likes an action shot on Christmas Day. So this one is all done, and I picked out the browns, which isn't my usual tone, but I thought there was a bit of the wood, and I don't know, everything just looked a bit brownish, and I thought that it went with the food.
I guess it goes with the green as well. Like,
yeah, and the cardboard box and the background of
true
the
that.
cupboard thing. So yeah, have a look at your photos and see if there's a particular colour that jumps out, even if it's not your usual colour scheme. Oh, I'm gone. I'm back. Surprise, surprise. So for this one, this was dinner at Aaron's side of the fam, and I decided to make my own 4x6 card. So I just grabbed, I think this was the printable. Yes, it was.
It looks like it, yeah.
Not the original. So this was from several months ago. I did some alcohol ink printables for Patreon, and I thought that I would just jump in and use the blue because it went so well with the feature wall
Giant feature wall, yeah.
at Aaron's stepdad's place. And then also trying to use up some big stickers.
Really I guess you kind of have to with a card that size.
Yes, and a busy card too. It's not like I could...
No, exactly. It's not exactly a subtle...
No.
Well, I guess it kind of is a little bit. But yeah.
I needed something kind of big and bold.
Yeah. Kind of anchor it down.
Yes. Don't know why I went with yellow, but it worked. It worked in the end. It's got that red in it, which goes with Aaron's shirt down in the bottom one. And then I'm trying to figure out... I don't know why I thought zebras would work for Christmas. It's worth a shot. Even if you, if it's not...
It could work.
It could work. Perhaps.
Perhaps, maybe. Just add a little bit of contrast in there with all that colour.
Yeah. And so then I'm trying to figure out this last card if I just want a grid card or what I'm going to do with it.
Yep.
So quite often when I have one of my pockets that I'm not certain about how it's going to turn out, I start with all the other ones because
and just kind of have that one, leave it up to see what it is in the end.
Yeah, so
especially because you embellish so much, like it completely changes the card.
Yeah, so if it's going to be just a journaling card with writing on it, or if I'm just going to make it a filler card, or a little bit of both, it just depends. So I'm just using some of my favourite thickers.
I don't know why. I had a complete mental blank, and I was like, what is the second word going to be? Because you started with the two N's, and I was like, spanner? What?
Christmas spanner.
Yes. Anyway.
Oh, everyone deserves a Christmas spanner, just to add to their toolkit on Christmas Day.
That's what we call a wrench for our international
Is
friends.
a spanner and a wrench the same thing?
Yeah.
I never knew that. I thought they were two different things.
No, they're the same.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. What do we say?
Spanner.
We say spanner.
Yeah.
We don't say wrench.
No, not usually.
Ah, Archie loves wrenches.
Yeah. I always think of a wrench as like one of those like giant, big adjustable thingos, and then a spanner as like your little
That's
hand
what I
tool.
thought.
But it's they're technically the same thing.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Learning about the Australian tool slang. So then this photo would have been extremely overexposed. I can see by my face there, which is quite Caspery.
I thought that was outside the car, like the window.
Nope, that's my eye. I'm extra Caspery today. And so I just made it black and white because otherwise it was not going to work.
That's a good technique. Like, if you've got a really interesting photo, but it just like looks atrocious in colour.
Thanks. I thought you were just going to say looks atrocious. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. Thanks, mate.
No.
You're saying my face is atrocious?
No, not at all. Quite the opposite, in fact.
Don't believe you. So for then, this didn't need a lot of journaling. Each of our occasions are so busy and rushed that there's not a lot of downtime.
Yeah,
it's kind of
not a lot of moments.
Do all the presents, eat all the food, go, run after the toddler. And it's not until Boxing Day that we start to wind down. So I didn't need to do too much
actual
super sentimental journaling.
Yep.
So Turkey Lover was an appropriate bit to add to that picture. But we're coming up to the end here. Here is the final page. So thanks for tuning in, peeps. Let me know if you have put together if you are doing December Daily, what your plan is. Are you just documenting December in your normal album? I'd love to know. I'm just doing it in my normal album this year, I think.
I'm not currently doing anything this year.
No, you're not.
No.
All right, peeps. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.